senior days, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will put total leather to crank us up. He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers return team didn't help matters out much there. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Pocket starts to collapse. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Iowa's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. He's loose. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Iowa 7, Nebraska 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Heavy heat, and they block it. And after the huge special teams play, they'll take over just inside their 30-yard line.
And that time there, it looked like the defense just overloaded the left-hand side. And how about the speed getting into the backfield, making that punt block look easy?
Might be looking to run. Shakes off the defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Finds his target down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They turn to the passing game on third and short. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Brings up second down.
Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on second and long from the 13. Firing to the right, complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He's going to pass. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Looking for a crease, it's Marshall. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Jukes his way for more. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Pressure coming. steps away to find some room. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield goal first.
Wants to throw on first down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Made a defender miss. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husker!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clock reads 11 seconds here in the first half. We'll see if they're content to regroup at halftime. The run from the shotgun. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
At the 36-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Huskers will boot it away to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. Feeling some heat. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Back to throw. It's Montgomery. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. On the move to his left. The quarterback scrambled around with the defense, able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. So the big blitz on 3rd and almost unmanageable now leaves him in 4th and pretty much impossible.
Perfect job by the defense, being aggressive, taking advantage of a known passing situation, catching the offense a little bit off guard. Maybe they thought they were going to play a little bit more conservative, but the blitz gets home, and they get the quarterback for the sack.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Makes his connection. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The Cornhuskers with the 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
And the Huskers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well yet. They can't run it. They can't throw it consistently. This defense is definitely reminiscent of those great Nebraska black shirt defenses of the past.
Leaves it with the back. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here comes the jet sweep. At the 45 on its way. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The Hawkeyes are flying down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Myers to the middle. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The give as they work on that clock.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. He finds his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on them. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking downfield, it's Montgomery. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down.
Get set.
Gonna run it, it's Marshall. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Husker!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Montgomery. Coming after him. Here's a throw downfield late.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
No matter how